And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 41. Down to lose one. Switch.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass.
They run. It's Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you.
Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey, pick your game up. They're tight. Four down.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Ready, set, something's right. Time to go, night, night. What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 20. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 24. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Trying to improvise. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Alert, 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 alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 43. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right there.
Here's Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 50.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Here we go.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action. Trubisky, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Crunch.
Here's Trubisky. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Switch. Check safety. Motion, motion. 41.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Stop! 180! Blue, blue. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
High 7.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got double up, double up. Mike's 40, Mike's 40. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Let's go.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little Sorcerer. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This pass into the arms of Snead. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. But he's got Snead. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
57's the mic. Rock 57. You ain't going nowhere. Check on,
To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Well, Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19.
50 seconds.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cannon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score, Bengals 10, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. He takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Bullock good on the extra point. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's... going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Son, 50 flag, 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jackson now. Eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. Bernard shows the agility. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post. Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Trubisky will throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
180. Red, 36.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Motion, I got one. Check, 48's the mic. Check, 48.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hold the look, hold. 49, check 18. Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the motion.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now Gurley staying down. Oh, let's hope he's all right. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Play. 48 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike, 48.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 24. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson dancing to his left. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Brings up third down.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Alert. Here I come.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
180! Alert!
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Guys, out of time. Let's go. Let's get off the field. Back. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
In your face.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount.